Hi, I'm Ed.
I'm Ashley. We're in Los Angeles.
And we're attending Microsoft's Professional Developers Conference, and you're watching Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show. Hi, I am here with Shobana, and she works for Microsoft. So first of all, what do you do at Microsoft? Like, what does your day-to-day job look like?
Yeah, hi. So I'm at Microsoft Research, which is a research lab in Microsoft. It's actually a set of research labs. We have 6 research labs across the world. The largest lab is in Redmond, but we have 5 others geographically located. And I'm a principal program manager there. So what I do is I look at the research portfolio and technologies that are coming out of research and figure out which ones are ready or closer to becoming a reality in product. And I actually take them through that productization phase. So in other words, get them ready for product teams to start consuming and experimenting with, and actually asking hard questions and figuring out how they integrate with the product,
Awesome.
with a future version of the product.
Yeah, so is there anything that you've worked on that maybe like the average user would recognize?
So let's see, if you're a computer science programmer, you've probably heard of a functional programming language called F#. That came out of Microsoft Research in Cambridge, and it took a while before there was a large community that figured out functional programming is a very useful paradigm indeed. And those are the Haskell programmers and others.
Yeah.
But this is basically bringing functional programming to .NET and bringing it to the common platform so that you can interoperate. And so I worked on that and got it to a stage where product developer division, which is our team that actually builds things like Visual Studio, started to see the value, and actually they're shipping it now in the next version of Visual Studio.
Congratulations! Yeah. That is so exciting.
So there are a number of other projects though, but that's just an example.
And you said Cambridge. Is that was at
that's
the Nerd
Cambridge,
facility?
UK.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So if he knows at the Nerd facility, because that's the best acronym
we also
ever.
We also have another Microsoft Research Lab in Cambridge, New England. Yeah. Close to the MIT and Harvard area. And they focus on sort of interdisciplinary research, so bringing together computer science and economics, computer science and mathematics.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, what was your background like? Like, how did you get here? Like, what?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I think I was a big fan of Richard Feynman. I loved physics, loved mathematics. So programming, I started programming on the 8085 processor a long time ago. Predates you guys, so it'll tell you how old I am. And I went to school at a time when there weren't that many women really doing computer science. So I worked on my PhD at Ohio State. And it's just that I didn't feel different from anybody else. So if I was with all guys, I still continued to work, still continued to love to program, and had fun doing it. So, and then I'm today I'm a mom of 3, so it's been a while and a journey that I've taken. But I think it's programming is fun. It can be addictive. It can be it can be pleasurable, especially when you're trying to debug those a few lines of code, but running on thousands of processors. I've done that when I was working in the high-performance computing area. So I've worked on these large-scale machines, and those are tedious debugging problems. So so it's just been fun all along, and you learn all the way. And as long as you enjoy it, I've always liked this whole paradigm of programming. So it's just been a blast.
Awesome. So okay. What are some of the things, like some of the projects or maybe some stuff that's going on at PDC that your team is in charge of?
Yeah, so I think PDC this is a fun event, and I think more importantly, we've made some great strides in the cloud computing arena. So you've seen what we've done with Windows Azure when we announced last PDC, but it's come a long way since last year.
You had that great video.
Right.
This morning with the little cloud guy.
Right. So Windows Azure and the Azure platform is huge. We just had a talk just a few minutes ago that finished up on a marketplace for data called Dallas, and that's, I think, a fundamental shift in how Microsoft is figuring out how to get large data sources available to everyday programmers so they can do exciting applications and make use of data on a day-to-day basis. At Microsoft Research, we're even farther out, so we're looking at technologies that we hope that are 5 to 10 years out and that we hope we'll see in future products.
Right.
For example, I mean, today the Dallas is an interesting service. You'll see some talks at Microsoft Research here on concurrency and how do you program in a concurrent environment where you have your multi-core processors. Your laptop itself has 2 cores or 4 cores, and your mobile phone is going to have multiple cores. So how do you figure out concurrency requirements, and how do you test an app for concurrency? So we've done various projects on the software engineering side.
Awesome.
We've done projects on the data mining side. So there's a lot of promise out there.
That sounds so big. Like, so wow.
So wow. Yeah, check out research@microsoft.com.
Okay,
And
perfect.
see more on what we do.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
My pleasure.
Conference schedules are always super busy.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching this episode of Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show.